Get ready for the next battle.
G'day guys, welcome to Spacies Arcade. Now a couple of episodes ago, you'll recall I showed you this cabinet, or a brief picture of it, and it was a pickup that I did several weeks ago now and haven't got back to until now. Guys, what is going on with this cabinet? Any of you guessed it by now, by the way? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you know exactly what it is, and then we're going to go around the cab just quickly and I'll point out a few interesting things about it. Then we're going to talk about what we're going to do with it, because we're going to do something with it almost right now. And then we shall go for a site visit and have a look at some other machines. So what is it, guys? It is a WrestleFest. It's a WrestleFest original cabinet. On the back, I'll show you in a moment, it's got the Technos badge on it, guys. And when I went out and had a look at the cabinet, I must admit, I looked at it and I thought, oh geez, it hasn't got the CRT, so that was like concerning. And then I thought, geez, this actually looks really rough, but it's mainly the front panel and there's a crack here and stuff. But then when I looked around the back and saw the original label and serial number, I was like, yes, yes. Now, I still didn't know at that time actually that it was a WrestleFest. I just knew that this was an original Technos cabinet. And that's good enough for me, guys, because this is one from the USA. It's not a Japan one, so it's the American Technos one. So that was the subsidiary of Technos in America. So this is an American import. WrestleFest as a game, guys, is one of those classics. It's up there with NBA Jam and Simpsons. It's a 4-player game. We've only got 2 dodgy sets of controllers here in a Mortal Kombat format, but it's a 4-player game, guys. It's switchable on the PCB, and it's actually really quite rare, and it's sought after by people that just love that wrestling theme. WrestleFest has been touted as really the best wrestling game in the genre in that era, and there's probably arguably some of the other wrestling games around there you may have grown up with, you might have a more of an affinity to, but this game really set the standard in terms of bringing very big cartoony type characters, licensed to some of the best of the WWF back then, with Jake the Snake and $1 Million Man and so forth, and come on, Hulk Hogan. I mean, that was just a classic era, guy. Wow, what needs to be done? So let's get the camera off. I'll show you around this. Okay, guys. So the first thing straight away, this is an absolute bodge up job of the top of the control panel. This isn't the original control panel. Look at this. It's absolutely old MDF. It's got a white underpiece. I've actually taken all the screws off here, but it's like that white melamine stuff you get from Bunnings, and that was, threw a lot of people off the scent because it's got this cut on the side here, and of course that's just not the original top. So a whole new top needs to be made, and of course it needs to be 4-player anyway, and God knows why these joysticks are up like that with the buttons here anyway. And someone went to town with an inkjet printer. And it's so funny because you see this stuff in a picture and you can't really see the quality of it. I mean, I know it looks terrible, but you don't really know it's like inkjet printed until you get it home or you look at it on site and it looks like that. So anyway, that needs to change. Now the rest of this panel here is original. This front piece got a big chip out the front of it and a big crack here. So this piece here is not really repairable. I mean, you could repair it, but I wouldn't. I'd change that whole piece, that panel. The rest around here, just sanding this back. Yeah, that doesn't even need filling. It's just the paint's come off there. Clearly, the T-moulding would need to be replaced. I'm not sure why these holes are here. They sort of look like they were original, so I don't know about that. Otherwise, the whole side of the cab looks really good. There's no wheels on the cab. There would need to be some wheels added on the back. What else have we got? You know, some minor chips and stuff, guys. Pretty easy. Sand all this back, put the artwork on. Now, I was worried about if this actually includes, I'm sorry for the reflection here, guys, but if this actually had the right bezel, because it looked like it had been cut into a 16:9 for the monitor, but it hasn't actually. I can see here it's got tape across the top, and that would be the 4x3. So I think that is the original bezel behind there. It looks like it's got some paint and stuff over it. Again, that can come out, be sanded back. It's achievable, guys. I mean, if you look at the cabinet itself, and that's the thing, it's solid, original, you know, original vents at the back here. These are the sorts of things you look for when you're looking out on site. It's plywood, yeah? Absolute beautiful, tough plywood. You know, there's some elements of MDF and chipboard around this part, but the rest is all ply. So this is a solid, beautiful 4-player cab. This back piece is not original, and it's got this gap here. Again, don't know why, but the original back is gone, because that should also be ply, I would imagine. The rest is ply. This little oval sort of gave it away also about this cab, because that is the correct power input. There's normally a plastic thing there where the power goes through. Unfortunately, that bit of plastic is missing. And then, of course, here we have the label, and you can see on here it's got a Model 1 US 52 4P, the 4-player version. I think that's just the cabinet type. I've seen another picture where it actually has the WrestleFest up here, and along with this model number, it was, and through a bit of research and back and forth and stuff, and looking at all the other components of this, I determined that yes, this is an original WrestleFest. Now, some of you guys in the US will probably be going, hey, but there is a different WrestleFest cab over in the US, and there is in fact two. There is this one, and it's again quite rare, and there's also another type which has a sort of slightly cut-in pedestal type version, and both of those are the originals. Again, you can see many of these in Konami cabinets. They won't have the over-under door. And the interesting thing is, you think, well, if it's a 4-player game, then why has it only got 2 coin slots? Well, the way that this PCB works in this game, guys, is you can set it to 4 players, or I think, yeah, 3 players and 2 players, and you have that option, and you put the credits in, and anyone can take the credits. Not particularly good out on site. You put a credit in, someone can come along and grab your credit by grabbing one of the other controls. The other thing is that the speaker grills give it away. You've got 2 speaker grills here, and again, I think the Konami cabinets only have 1. So another little giveaway. And of course, as I said before, the NBA Jam ones have a lot more of an angle for the top marquee area. Now, I was in conversation with Cal, if you remember, several episodes ago we visited Cal, and he was the one who built the reproduction Star Wars cabinet. We looked at that in a number of his other games, and he was also the one that did the deal on my original Outrun, and he came over and helped when I got the sit-down Outrun. And he is an amazing collector, and he really appreciates the hobby, the genre, and the machines. And he's got some amazing restoration skills, so you might know where this is going. I know what he can do to this. I know he can do probably a lot better. No, not probably. He can do a lot better job than me in restoring this, guys. So guess what? That's who we are going to visit. We're going to go visit Cal. We're going to go take the machine to him, hoping it's going to fit in the car so we don't need to get a trailer. And guys, we'll head over to Cal's, and we'll see a number of updates on his machine. Some of the ones we saw last time, especially the Star Wars that he was building, and a few other surprises there too, guys. So, well, enough of the chat. Let's get on the road, head over to Cal's. Okay guys, we are here at Cal's place and look what he's done. What he has done in what probably should be his dining area. Yes, he's turned it into a full-on arcade. Arcade's down the middle now, and doesn't this look sweet? There's nothing like going down a corridor of arcades and turning left and right, and you've got just sound and graphics and light and all that arcade goodness, guys, as you walk around. so good. So he's changed it up a little, and now it is definitely looking more like an arcade, and good on him. Good on him. He's got the space here to do it. It's looking fantastic. And of course, he's got these amazing machines that we're going to look at during this episode. The updates, you can see the Star Wars there. Oh my goodness, this thing is absolutely sublime. But yeah, lots of other cool cabinets here. We won't get to see all of them today. We're going to focus on a few of the best. The space shuttle, just like mine. It's not mine, guys. He has the same machine, and a couple of good gun games and Neo Geo and the works. But guys, yeah, look, 720 Afterburner. We're going to get into those. So Cal likes to keep himself still very private, so I will take you through those very special machines as we go through his arcade. So guys, let's get started. Let's talk about Afterburner. Now guys, look at this Afterburner. It is, God, it almost looks immaculate. It looks really, really nice. And I'm really actually annoyed with Cal because he picked this off someone off the Spacies Arcade Discord forum. And I was trying to think, who the hell has done this secret trade with Cal and not notified me that they had an Afterburner? Because I would have been all over this, guys. Whoever you are. You know what? I was thinking that it might have been Optimus Prime. Surely not. It was not Optimus Prime. Anyway, guys, he did a great trade. He clearly had something that I didn't have to make this trade, but I would have been all over this at a flash. But this is the LAI version, guys. It's a little bit different to the USA one. Slightly different back part of the cabinet, I think. The previous owner had done a lot of work on it, luckily for Cal. Cal had done a trade for this beautiful machine and got another machine with it as well as part of that deal. He's such a trader. I can't believe it. How does he get these? He tells no secrets. So this particular machine has a new screen in it, brand new screen in there. Well, not brand new, but a replacement. The old one had Afterburner absolutely burnt into the tube. It had been used so much. It's got brand new stickers all over it. All the lights were replaced on it, and of course that's a big part of this machine, having all those lights working. It truly is special to play on these sort of cabinets. It's got American artwork on the sides, guys, which is why it doesn't quite fit if you look closely on that. And the bezel, so hard to find. It's unbroken, really good condition. It doesn't currently have the shaker motor set up. Everything else is set up and working really nicely, but he has got the shaker motor, which is sitting in the coin box, loose in the coin box when I got there. Apparently the frames in these things just rattle around and got cracked. That's quite a common problem, but it's been welded back up and he just needs to reinstall it. The board itself, the PCB, it is working fine, but it is missing, he thinks, a couple of samples, so he's going to check that out. He's currently looking into it. But guys, this is something else, especially with that joystick. You call it a joystick, right? It's a flight stick, guys. It's an absolute flight stick, and that's what makes it so special. It's going to be really cool when he gets that force feedback going in there as well. But anyway, guys, look, we'll have a bit of a play of it, and just remember, this is the first time I would have played this since back in the 80s. So let's skip over now and see me trying to play this beast. Okay guys, going to play some Afterburner for the first time on a real cab since the 80s. This controller is something else. I don't even know if I remember how to play with these controllers, but let's give it a go. This is so cool. Playing this in the arcades, guys, was something else. I saw the 180 machine back in the day. Wow, that lasted not very long. And that 180 machine was awesome. But this form factor is so nice too. With my thrust, I'm not sure if I should be fast thrusting or low thrusting. Wow. Wow. Getting my ass handed to me here. Music's pretty groovy, very Outrun style in terms of graphics. So just do a different one? It does, doesn't it? That's the missiles. Okay, so I've got my guns and missiles. So when I'm locking on, then I should be doing my missiles, right? Yeah, that's what I should be doing. Okay, now I'm sorted. Now I remember. Reload? How do I reload? Holy shit. And I haven't been doing my throttle either. Okay. Okay, I'm dead. Does that me out? No, I'm still in. I'm just firing off missiles randomly. Not got the throttle control under any sort of control at all. I actually feel like I'm playing this for the first time back in the 80s when this game was first released, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? But I'll tell you what, you get a good game even if you're not playing well. Wow. Am I still in? I'm still in. Still in. Still in. Okay, cool. Wow. I'm not even using my throttle. I didn't even use the throttle, guys. So yeah, that was cool to do that for the first time after so many years, but I do not know how to use these controls. I fired this up on MAME a few times and played it, but of course without having these controls, you really, it's a completely different experience. But that was actually awesome, and it did definitely remind me back in the day of tentatively putting in a 20-cent coin, playing this. In fact, this was a 50-cent game too, now that I remember, and feeling like completely out of my depth. I was just crazy. Step back, watch the pros play. Anyway, that was heaps of fun, guys. Let's check out the next one. And guys, if Afterburner wasn't enough, look at this, a fantastically restored 720. Now, if you remember at the episode a little while ago now when we came to Cal's last, and he was just starting on this beast, but look at it now. It's absolutely sensational. The red paint that he's put on the side there is like glass. I can't get paint like that on the side of anything. On the side of the cabinet, guys done a fantastic job. I think on that last episode we showed how bad the controls were, and the ghetto blast of the graphics on that was absolutely shot, and it was so lucky to get this original cab. Everything was complete except it was in a very tired condition, and he's just brought it back and restored it like Cal does best. I mean, look at this thing. It is a work of art. It's just one of those cabs, guys, eh? Like, you put it in an arcade, and with that boombox on the top, if you grew up in the 80s, you know what that means. There's the cassette tape, right? I mean, no one's going to know what that is today. And all you guys turn, it looks so beautiful lit up there as well. So yeah, this whole cabinet is absolutely pristine. He restored it Really, just with the shell of a cab, given all the condition of all the parts. The artwork's all from Phoenix Arcade again. It's just like top quality. It's got brand new old stock leaf buttons in it. Brand new 360 joystick, and that 360 joystick is something else. It's a medium res monitor, guys. Of course, this is a System 2 game. Needs a bit of a recap. Joey from JoeMac will sort that out. And Cal used to play the hell out of this game back on the Commodore 64. I won't hold that against him. Of course, I'm an Atari guy, but the Commodore 64 was, of course, very popular here in Australia. So he used to bash this game on that. And, of course, when he went to the arcade, it's just so much better. The music just come alive on the arcade version. And that ghetto blaster in front of you on the top is just fantastic. And I know Cal absolutely love it. So, yeah, he was really lucky that he picked this up intact. It was over east. He flew over, actually, to pick this up and get it packed up and sent back to Perth, and then he flew back separately. But it's an absolute sensational cab. So, guys, let's get in and play this beast. But, look, I had the exposure on the camera all over the place. It's a little bit high, so you won't be able to see the gameplay that well, but you'll get to see my experience when I play this thing. And, boy, what an experience it was. So, let's have a game. Okay, guys, next up is 720. And I'll tell you what, I used to be a bit of a skateboarder back in the day. I had my own skateboard, painted it black, put some fancy colours on it. Didn't make me go any faster, but I used to love skating around. But I tell you what, again, a little bit like Afterburner, I did see this in the arcade. I didn't actually play this on the original machine, and I've dabbled around on it a little bit in MAME in the past. But I tell you what, seeing this machine with its 360-degree joystick here, Cal just went through and gave me the basics of how the game plays, because it's got quite a lot to it, guys. I had to bring out the notepad there for a minute and start making notes, because there's just a lot to do. So watch me fail. I'm going to try my best after that quick run through. We'll see how we go. How do we start? Oh, here we go. I'm going to make sure I stay in the training level. That's for sure. Jump and stuff. I'm already falling over. Okay, trying to do the tricks. There's some cash. Oh, can I pick up the cash? No. 500? I need, what do I need? I need 5,000. I'm not going to make it, right? I don't even know where I'm going. I should be kicking. And where am I going? I don't know. This is crazy. It's crazy. I don't even know, and I got killed by the bees. Okay, I've got no credits. Cal, need some more credits. This is hard. All right. Let's try that again, guys, because that was pretty bad. I can imagine back in the day, this would be hard. Into the same area. Okay, here we go. Let's do some jumps. Come on. Let's jump over some stuff. That did not work. We're going to run up. Okay. We get around the park. And look at them. I still have got nowhere near 5,000. What happens if I go to the map? Okay. Wow. That is... How can I get 5,000?
You already got... You can go straight to a park. You already got a ticket.
Oh, because that's the next park ticket. So I should have just gone to a park. Right. Slow learner, guys. Slow learner. Let's... Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm going the same way. I'm not going anywhere different. Okay, here we go. Hey! out of my way. So, okay. So, alright. So I've got a ticket, right? I've got a ticket. Have I got a ticket? Have I got a ticket? Park tickets, 2. Okay, so now where the hell do I go? Which way? 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 Way? Am I going this way? This way? Yep. No? What the hell? Or do I have to... Was I supposed to go in there? Was I supposed to go in the corner? I'm trying again. I'm trying again, guys, because this is kicking my butt. And I must admit, these controls, it's so unique, having this 360 control. Tried it. Okay, so now... Which way? Top, this way? Right, this way? Okay. God. Wow. Okay. Is that it? No? Or am I still in? I'm still in. Okay. All right. Let's go. I've got some money now. I can try and find this shop that Cal was telling me about earlier. Oh, look at that. Got across the water, guys, twice. Throwing it. Up here. Here we go. We're going to another one. Somehow I managed to get enough. All right, so... Wrong way, guys. This way. Okay. On my knees. Come on, get up. Oh, come on. Go. I should have probably jumped at the end. Got a bronze though, so it's sort of working out. Man, this is actually pretty cool. Now, I can't say I'm getting absolutely the hang of it, but I am starting to like it a lot. If I can get out of this. Go. Come on. There we go. Nice one. Ah! Back. Now, if I got enough, okay. If I got enough? Am I going this way? Where am I going? Up here? No, the other way. Oh, where's the bees? There's the bees. Avoid the bees. Grab. Come on. The jaws of death. I can't go that way. I've already been there. Okay, so this is a game, guys. Back in the day, I reckon I would have... I don't know. I might have had 1 or 2 games and just got frustrated to hell. Unless someone actually showed me how to play. It's sort of quite quirky in its controls, but I tell you what, once you actually start playing it, I can see how people can get addicted to this game. but a little bit early for me to tell. I definitely would have to play this a lot more. But I was liking it, and I was getting some adrenaline going, much like I was with Afterburner. So, can recommend playing this on a real cab if you see it out in the wild, guys. It's pretty impressive. But that was a pretty poor showing, so sorry for you 720 guys that are pumping at this. Probably cringed a little. But it was fun, man. Had a good time. All right, next game.
And guys, the next game is the Outrun. And of course, those of you who've been watching the channel will know that this was my Outrun. Previously, we did the deal with Cal for a couple of cabs, and he ended up acquiring it for his arcade. And I'm glad he did. I know he's going to do good by this. He hasn't spent a lot of time so far on restoring it to the level that he's done on all of his other games, but he has done a few things. I had some problems at the time with the controls. I had some temporary pots in there, and we weren't sure if it was the pots or the PCB. It ended up being the PCB. The PCB got fixed, so that was all sweet. So the temporary pots didn't work for Cal, so he swapped all those out, and they all work, and they're all good now. The pedals were greased up, and he's cleaned up a little bit. The sound, I had a sound issue previously, and I couldn't resolve it, and it ended up, guys, being the speakers. And I can't believe that, because normally the last thing when you have a sound problem on any machine is as easy as the speakers. It's normally the amp on the board or something else which goes. So he replaced the speakers, and it's all good. He put a free play chip on there, burnt that, and installed it. It's now sensational with all the free play set up. So now, guys, you're going to see me playing my old Outrun machine.
So let's start and see how we go. I do like the steering wheel. Feel so at home. Hey guys, even though I've got the sit-down version now, this is still, it's just as fun to play. It's, I mean, the stand-up was the one that I played back in the day. And it's actually quite a natural stance. I mean, you could sit on a stool, and you still enjoy it. I'm going to go to the right, guys. Came off the gas a little bit too much there. Oh, wow. Okay. And the sound is cranking as normal. Come on. Can probably only afford one of those. Going right again, guys. Can I make it? 17, I should be able to. Come on. not going to make it, guys. 484. It's sort of a little bit better than my average of about 300 or 3 mil. But it was still fun. I don't think I'll get my name up. Will I get my name up? Oh, I do. There you go. I think Cal's, all his scores got reset. So luckily, they're all nice and low. So I can get my initials on.
Hey guys, we will go straight from that to Dragon's Lair. And I was so fortunate this day at Cal's place that he had Salah over, who is an absolute gun at Dragon's Lair. Seriously guys, I sat back and watched in awe. I mean, this game back in the day, it was when it was first released, it was the first 50-cent game I think I saw. Once we progressed from the 20-cent games, and you know, it was so intimidating to play. And you know, it is a time-based game, it's a memory game, but I was interested to find out, you know, more about it in relation to the sequences, because it seems like the sequences can be quite random and sort of depends what sequences you get. But Salah just like, he just blitzed through this, guys, and I just felt like back in the 80s watching someone who was, you know, crazy good at this game, and it just put me in a sense of awe. I was silent, guys. And the cool thing is, with Cal's setup, he's actually got a monitor sitting up on top of the cabinet, just like it was back in the old days. And I stood there and watched Salah go all the way through and complete Dragon's Lair on one man, guys. It's just sensational to watch, seriously. And amazing, like some of the sequences are actually in reverse too, which was a really strange thing. I didn't realize that. So that was really, really cool. So he's got some mad skills, guys. I recorded the entire sequence. So if you want to see the entire sequence, then please check out the link below. I have put the entire sequence in a separate video, and I do recommend you go see it, because yeah, it's something else to see someone complete it all the way through on one man. So Salah, you are absolutely a legend. Thank you for sharing that with me. It's the first time I've ever seen anyone get through that live in person. It was so cool. So guys, check that out. And now we're going to finish up, oh my god, with probably the most amazing game of Cal's collection, I think. And that is, of course, Star Wars. Now guys, I don't know what to say about this cabinet, eh? Like, look at it. It's spectacular in all ways. Like, I didn't think I would, when I saw it first completed like this in real life. I mean, I remember the cockpit version when I was, 11, 12, back in the day, but I haven't seen the stand-up version. I've never seen a stand-up version look this good. And of course, Cal has recreated this. This is a repro cabinet, but everything else, guys, he has used, you know, well, not original parts, but recreations. Obviously the vacuum molded bezel is original, and a few other subtle pieces like the speaker grill here was also original, which sort of wrapped around and gave him some confidence that the cabinet was actually the right size, guys. But look at it. I mean, with the artwork, all the reproduced artwork that he's done in here. Now, this does not have the Vector monitor in it, guys, but I tell you what, I was almost not fooled, but it didn't, you know, when I played this, when I first came into the arcade, it didn't throw me. And guys, let's get back to the monitor in a minute. Look at this marquee. He spent a lot of time getting this marquee in. The way that it folds over around the cabinet, it was a one-time job. He said he spent 3 times longer on that marquee than anything else in the cabinet, guys. And the artwork on the side, look at it. Look at that. That is a piece of art on its own, you know, even if you couldn't play it. But yeah, guys, that monitor, like, it's a PC monitor. It's a 19-inch. It's running at a fairly high res. And I just forgot that it wasn't a Vector, guys. Like, the screen looked really, really nice. You know, high res, PC, 19-inch monitor, CRT. It's got a really strong glow about it. It's really, really nice. So yeah, he spent a lot of time and money getting this cab together, and wow, hats off to Cal, man, because this is something else to behold. And those bezels are hard to find. If you're trying to recreate one, of course, that's going to be the hardest thing. Of course, the Allen 1 yokes are now available to buy for the replacements, but yeah, this is the sort of thing, guys, when I see this cabinet, I just think, you know, I wouldn't normally recreate a cabinet. I'd want to find one original, but Star Wars, you know, you're just not going to find it in this condition, guys. Look at it. It's absolutely sensational. All new T-molding put on there as well. He needs to button down that monitor in there. Everything else is sorted out, but he needs to get that just locked in. But overall, it is really, really good. You got some brand new speakers in there as well. They absolutely pump brilliant mid bass to them, guys. Turn this thing up. You know, I accidentally pressed the start button on this thing when I first looked at it, and I just had a game and it just cranked and loved it. Now, guys, I got so excited about this machine. You're gonna laugh. I didn't actually press the record button when I played it, and I'm so disappointed because I had such a cracking time on it. I couldn't believe when I got home and found that I had no video recording of this machine. Fortunately, Salah had actually taken some footage of me playing it. So guys, I'm going to have to show you that footage that Salah took and saved my bacon here, because it was an experience that I really, really do want to share with you. A genuine experience. Love this machine, and the fact that it doesn't have a real Vector monitor in it just blew me away that I loved it so much. So guys, let's have a look at Salah's footage. And thank you, Salah, for recording at the time. That was so funny, actually, that you did that, and it's turned out for the best. So guys, enjoy this with me.
We just had a look at the cabinet on this, and I have to say this is so impressive, and it's stolen my heart out of all of the cabinets that Cal has now. This is the one that I'm desperately trying to work out what I could trade him for, but I know he won't want to do that because it's just too special, and finding all the parts that he's found is just truly outstanding. And it's like new. I mean, it is new. So this is like going back in time and playing a brand new Star Wars. You guys, when I came in here, and I didn't film this particular thing, when I came in here, I grabbed the trigger and started the game by accident. I was straight in the game. The yoke is just incredible to play on, and I had an amazing game just straight into it. And I can't stress enough what a difference it makes to have the original yoke. We've also got a 19-inch screen in here that we talked about before in relation to it being on a PC, and it does look very, very good, even though it's not Vector. I'll tell you what, once you get in the game and get absorbed in it, it doesn't bother me at all. So this is an awesome recreation, I reckon, just as long as you can get these vacuum molds. And to be honest, guys, I don't actually want to... I think I've gone on too much about how nice this game is, because I don't want you guys going out there trying to find these vacuum molds, because I want to find them first. But anyway, let's start.
Good Friday, Danny boy.
Oh, look at this. We're going to play easy. That's what I used to do. It's just so nice. You learn to play this in main with a mouse. I mean, come on. The sound is awesome. And again, back in the day, playing this in the cockpit was crazy. Just the sound immersion. The sound of this can be very good. It's the only way to play the video. I'm telling you that. first came out, seriously,
Yahoo! You're all
something
working!
else. Sorry about that. It was something else. This, when it's vector, is like super glowing, but it's still very nice in the CRT. Love that sample.
Red 5, we're going in.
Woo! Here we go.
Use the boss, Luke. Let's go. My head was not bad. I don't do anything to do with it. For the strong.
Whoa, yeah. What a rush. And it's still so silver smooth. This is fantastic.
They can attack for me. Damn shaking! Red 5, I'm going in. Not too good to creep the power.
Yes.
Use the boss, Luke. I got my out. Remember, the boss don't be with you, always.
Seriously, guys, that was huge fun. Just getting into those later levels and just, oh man, just this yoke is sensational. I cannot believe it. I'm not overreacting there, guys. That was, I'm puffing, but it's mainly for a moment, but also because that was adrenaline filled, absolute super fun factor. Wow. Just need a moment. So much fun. Alright guys, we're going to finish up here. Thanks to Cal for showing me around all his awesome collection and what he's done. I want to take this home with me. But, I'll have to try and see if I can build my own one day. Otherwise, maybe I'll just come over to Cal more often because this is absolutely so cool. So guys, let's head back to the arcade now and we'll finish up. So that's it, guys, for another episode. And wow, what a roller coaster ride that episode was. Even going back through and editing it, knowing that I started with just reviewing that cab and what it was to the WrestleFest, and and then taking that over to Cal's and knowing that what he's going to do to that cab in consideration to all the other amazing cabinets that he has and what he's done to those. We will come back and revisit WrestleFest once it is back up in its former glory. And just this whole video morphed for me, guys, like from that to Cal's place, then going through those awesome cabinets. Afterburner, I want one 720, I sucked at it absolutely, but that 360 joystick and the challenge of that game, it's one of those ones you want in your arcade because it's just very, very hard to mimic without that original hardware. That controller is something else. It was so hard though, hey, seriously, it was very difficult for me, but I can see the potential in it, and that boombox on top of it was just crazy, guys. So I don't know, I had a brilliant time over there, and to see Dragon's Lair, the playthrough all the way through, and then to play Star Wars, even though it wasn't a vector monitor, which again surprised me, guys. I just thought that I'm too much of a purist. Well, I'm not really, am I? But when it comes to those vector games, I sort of thought that you wouldn't be able to recreate it. That CRT was damn good on the PC, guys. So what an amazing time. Thank you, Cal. Thank you, Salah, for the extra footage at the end. I'm glad you guys got to see me play that, guys, because seriously, I need Star Wars. I need Star Wars now in the arcade. I really do. Just the voice samples, eh? And there's something about it that takes you back to not just the video game, guys, but it takes you back to when you first saw Star Wars. And of course, no one today, with all the continuation of the series, it just wasn't like the original three, the original trilogy. And Star Wars, for you guys that watched it for the first time and heard those samples and Darth Vader and stuff, it's just so much more complex today, eh? Like those basic things really do trigger me. They trigger me in a positive way, guys. So listen, I hope you really, really enjoyed this episode. I really, really enjoyed both doing it and going back through and editing it, guys. It just made me realize that what's important in life, and that the journey that you take and the things that you focus on. And of course, all of this was filmed before the outbreak that we currently have, and I don't want to harp on too much about that, guys. It's just so much all over the news, but I just want to say it to you guys because I care about you guys out there. And for me myself, I had a little not a panic attack, but it gets you. You go through a bit of a cycle of, wow, this thing is really serious, and it is serious with the coronavirus. But I think, heed the warnings, and you need to do what people suggest to get ourselves through this. But in addition to all of that, guys, I think it's really, really important to keep yourself balanced, keep yourself rational, keep your rational thinking. There's a lot of sensationalism in some places. There's a lot of good factual stuff that you should listen to. But for me personally, it's sort of like, whatever happens will happen. It is what it is. And I think we just need to continue enjoying the journey that we've been given, and wherever that takes us and whatever the future might be, guys. So I'm back into it, back into creating videos. And let me tell you, there's a very, very special video coming up, and not a whole heap of it was filmed prior to the coronavirus, but contextually you'll understand why it was so important and why it was so cool that a certain event happened just before we started on this very, very interesting path that we're on now. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. There's a really cool video coming up next. It is somewhat of a period piece, and I will explain quite a bit that has changed in the arcade in relation to that, which is why I'm filming here, because it's safe for me to film here, because sort of everything else has, no, not everything, but quite a lot has changed, guys. So check back for the next video. I hope you really, really enjoyed this. Thanks to all you guys that have both supported the channel through Patreon and PayPal and stuff. It means a lot to me. Currently our dollar is shot to hell against the US. I don't see that recovering soon. We're getting down into the like 50-cent territory, so it's like double the price to get anything. So probably can't get a lot of things in if I go into quarantine, self-isolation, which given all the stuff around here wouldn't be a bad thing for me, but of course, you know, I can't be too jovial about that side of things. It's still a serious business, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to be buying anything from the US for some time. And I don't know how that works, guys. Like the US plunges, the stock market crashes, and somehow Australia just goes down with it. So yeah, we'll see how that pans out. But guys, please stay safe. Keep a positive mind as much as you can. Again, be rational about things. Listen to the facts. And I sincerely hope that all of you pull through with me and we can continue this journey together, because I've had a lot of fun with you guys through this process. Join the Discord forum. I really, really have valued and enjoyed the relationships that are built up there and the commentary that you guys have. So guys, that's it from me. Just a little bit emotional, I must admit, with everything that's going on. But I had such good fun. Thanks again, Cal. And I think I better go before I ramble too much and wait out for that next video that's coming, guys. Until then, of course, I will have another game of something, and I don't have a yoke to enjoy it that much, but you know what the game is, guys. I've got to play Star Wars, and for that I'm going to need some coinage. Got a 20.
Chicken fight like a robot.